check, 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 check. Hello there. Hello. Can you see me? I'm in here. I'm in this dark space. I just have 2 to 3 minutes to talk to you. Will you please listen to me? I'm so thirsty. I want some water. Oh, don't take away the water from me, please. Well, this has been the story of my life. It was a lovely day when I was born, with my mother looking at me with all the love in the whole world. That was the first day I had my mother's milk, and it felt so energizing. But it all soon changed. I was snatched away from my mother. The automated machines took away all the milk that was meant for me, for the humans. I could see the humans doing horrible things to my mother. I could see her in pain as she was breaking down, but I could do nothing as I was helpless. A few months have passed, and my brothers tell me that we would all soon be killed. I'm so afraid. I want to be with my mother. But they tell me that my mother has been killed she's been killed when she was pregnant with my baby sister. So the humans could draw the blood out of my unborn sister for something they call scientific experiments. And my mother was ripped to get her skin for something they call soft leather. My young sisters tell me that their beaks are burnt on hot electric plates. How would you humans feel if your fingers were burnt in this manner? My uncle has gone almost painfully blind. For the humans with the white gloves inject fluid straight into his eyes, causing him pain and misery. For they say that's how they test their products on us. I can see the man in the yellow gloves coming towards me. He's holding all of us into the small space. Oh, there's hardly any breathing space. We're now being pushed into this channel. I can see my brother right in front of me. The gates have opened and my brother's been pushed in. I can hear my brother scream, "No, I want to run away. I want to be with my mother. I'm so afraid, but I can't even turn. I'm next. I'm being pushed with electric prods. Oh, it hurts. There's so much blood around all of you. And, oh, there's finally some water on my throat. I can see the man in the yellow gloves with a knife in his hand. Ah! Friends, this was the story of an unnamed animal in one of the intensive animal production farms. With a population of 7.4 billion humans on the planet, 150 billion animals go through the harrowing experience I have just narrated to you. In order to meet the demands of our choices across lifestyle categories of food, entertainment, sports, accessories, clothing, and daily use products. With so many animals on and in us, haven't we become a living animal zombie? So morally bankrupt that we have to wear t-shirts to remind ourselves that we are here for being human. How shameful. Besides, a single livestock animal produces pollution equal to driving a car for 10,000 kilometers. We produce 2 billion such livestock animals unnaturally, producing 5 billion metric tons of CO2 pollution in the environment. Is this the future you want to leave for yourselves and for your families, friends, I ask? Animal cruelty comes in various shapes, forms, and sizes. If you thought I'm standing here today to ask you to stop eating your non-veg, well, that's not the case yet. And did you think vegetarians are any better than non-vegetarians? No. For a vegetarian with lifestyle choices such as a liking for leather could have plush cars with plush leather accessories and inflict more cruelty on animals than a non-vegetarian occasionally indulging in non-veg products. Also, I'm not here to ask you to stop using your lifestyle choices. Sudhakar, you can use your belt. Madhavi, you can use your cherry lipstick, right? But then what am I here for then? I'm here to ask the question, can we make better lifestyle choices? Can we reduce our impact on animal cruelty and contribute to environment sustainability as a company, as an individual? And change from what we become, a living animal zombie, to what we really are, human beings. And I think it is definitely possible to do so by becoming aware of our footprint on cruelty. Now friends, tell me something. If you cannot measure something, can we manage it? We can't, right? So how about measuring our impact on cruelty by measuring our cruelty index, or e-karma? I have created a new and unique way of measuring our impact on animal cruelty, and let me share the principle with you. By measuring our choices across the lifestyle categories that we just spoke about, and weighing them based on choice, quantity, frequency, cruelty involved, and impact to environment, I can calculate the weightage of each of the choices, I can calculate the categories weightage, and then I can standardize it, range it, and then calculate my cruelty index, your cruelty index, and our cruelty index. By becoming aware of our cruelty index, for the very first time, we can now compare ourselves with each other with respect to our footprint on cruelty, and given alternate choices, shift our lifestyle from high cruelty to low cruelty, move from a higher cruelty index to a low cruelty index, thus reducing our impact on cruelty. Now, how this principle can be put into use, I will share in a small moment, in a little moment from now. But let me tell you another important thing before I move ahead. Now, apart from being cruel to the animals and abusive to the environment, we're also brutal on ourselves. Let me tell you 3 things why you should move away to a better lifestyle. And listen to me very carefully, friends, for this has the potential to change your life for good. First, all animal production, be it for dairy, eggs, poultry, or meat, involve pumping animals with high amount of antibiotics to make them grow faster and endure the severe conditions. Many of these antibiotics are those that are used on humans for diseases like anthrax, plague, urinary tract infections, pneumonia. Prolonged administration of these antibiotics causes an ideal environment for drug-resistant bacteria to multiply inside the animal. And when we consume these animals, our resistance to these diseases goes down, and the efficacy of the medicines to treat the diseases also goes down. Our immunity suffers, and we fall prey to a plethora of lethal diseases. 2. Now, if this was not shocking enough for you, let me share another startling fact with you. In the year 2012, of the total human antibiotics production, 80% of it was actually used on livestock animals, and only 20% of it was consumed by all of us. What are we eating? I asked my friends if they're aware of this fact, and 72% of the population say they are not aware. If you are amongst that 72% of the population, friends, I urge you to take your choices of food and consider them hereafter. 3. Now, can anyone here, tell me what are the top 3 diseases consuming humans all over the world? Anyone? Yeah, I can hear cancer, heart diseases. Cancer, heart diseases, and diabetes, friends, are the 3 killer diseases consuming humans all over the planet. T. Colin Campbell, world's leading nutritionist and Professor Emeritus of Cornell University, through his bulletproof findings in the work called the China Study, has compelling and comprehensive evidence to prove that animal protein is directly linked to causing cancer, heart diseases, and diabetes. Now tell me, friends, how many of us out here would like our loved ones to go down with any of these diseases? I'm not sure anyone. So, casein, the main protein in dairy milk, can switch cancer on and off based on intake. So friends, the choice is really in your hands. You either shift for a better lifestyle or be prepared to hand over reduced immunity and the potential to contract deadly diseases to your children and future generations as a free gift. The world is moving from a past based on cruelty to a future based on compassion. Children all over the country and the world are being taught subjects like compassion to animals. Management, these are the potential employees of Mastech and Majesco and many other companies in the future. Where do you think they would want to work? In a company which has no policy around compassion, or a company which has compassionate policies and says, we will move away from cruelty? I think it will be the latter. Friends, if you thought as to how I could now get involved in this whole process, I want to ask you two questions, and please support me by raising your hands to answer this. How many people feel we should not abuse animals? Thank you very much, majority. So what if, something was there which captured my lifestyle choices and made me aware of my impact on cruelty? Now you might say, well, I could become aware of my impact on cruelty, but only if I knew what were my alternative choices to the products I use today. How many of us think like that? Thank you very much. So what if something suggests me alternatives to cruelty products? Even better, if something aids me to go and shop guilt-free on cruelty-free websites. I have changed, but how about getting my friends and family involved in this process, right? How about creating a social impact and contributing towards a humane society? If I could package all of this into a simple tool and give it to you, it will be fantastic, isn't it, friends? So, to put the principle into action, I give you eKarma, the mobile app, your catalyst to a guilt-free living. With eKarma, you can update your lifestyle. Let's say you had 2 pairs of leather shoes. Many of us use leather shoes. So you could now get into the app, choose a particular category. Out here, let's say accessories, and say that you've got 2 pairs of leather shoes. Now, as soon as you confirm your choice, my app is now going to tell you what are the alternatives that you could have exercised for your leather shoes. It will also tell you where you can go and buy them. For example, Westin in Mumbai, you can go and buy them on Westin. It will also make you aware of the cruelty involved in the production of leather shoes. You can calculate your index, post it on social media platforms, and then encourage your friends and family to be a part of the process and be a karmic crusader. My app will also monitor your purchases automatically. It will adjust your cruelty index automatically. It will notify you of suitable alternatives and also assist you in guilt-free shopping. And this could be a potential business model for my app too. So friends, with so many features packed into this product, I am sure you will agree that whether you are an animal lover who wants to advocate animal welfare, or you're someone who wants to do it for personal reasons, or you're someone who just wants to give the app a try because you are app savvy, there is something for everyone in eKarma. And I urge you today to extend your support to me and vote for me to make this dream a reality. To take TechTalk a step further, I'm happy to announce that I have commenced the development of the Android version of this app, but I do look forward to your support to make it a reality. Now friends, I can summarize by saying that if each one of us moved away from cruelty to guilt-free living, it will mean a healthier you, an environmental friendlier you, a compassionate you, and a guilt-free you. If each one of us moved away from cruelty to non-cruelty, it gives the potential to calculate the Mastech Majesco cruelty index rating. We can become aware of our footprint on cruelty as a company, make lifestyle shifts, and reduce our impact on cruelty, and meet the objective of Mastech Foundation, which includes animal welfare and environmental sustainability. If Bhutan can measure its development with a happiness index, why can't Mastech and Majesco measure cruelty index and stand out uniquely in the IT world? I think we can. And friends, I would finally conclude by saying that in the 15 minutes that I've just spoken to you, 70,000 animals have already lost their lives to meet the demands of our choices like I've told you. You can help reduce this number by becoming aware of your footprint on cruelty, make small lifestyle shifts, create a big difference in the animals' lives. Please use eKarma, Thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you.